For King. Coach King, thanks for joining us. You're about a week into your new job there in Washington. How has the transition been so far for you?
It's been really smooth. I've jumped right into work, and I'm doing a lot that I did before in Carolina, and the guys are great. So I've really just kind of got on task immediately. No real time to kind of ease into it. I've jumped right in.
Now, Ron Rivera is one of the 4 minority head coaches in the 32-team NFL. You spent time as an intern with his staff the last 2 off seasons with the Carolina Panthers. How much did his being the new coach there in D.C. impact your decision to join his staff?
I think it was huge. When I got back from Dartmouth, it was kind of a what next attitude for me. And obviously, I spoke with him, after Dartmouth and before he took the Redskins job. And it was good to hear from him, a few weeks ago when he gave me a call.
How much do you take from your days as a player to apply to coaching? And be honest, how many NFL players have checked you out through social media?
I think that's huge. I think it adds another level of validity just when they know that you've played. And, I've definitely had some players, come back to me like, yo, I saw you on Instagram. I saw some highlights. Like, you was out there doing it, So I think when people see that and see that you've played, the guys just want to be coached. And I think that just adds another level to validity for me.
Do you feel like they've accepted you for the most part when you've had your experience with the NFL players in Carolina, and now I know you're approaching your time with the Redskins there and coaching them in the offseason, but so far, does it feel like the players have accepted you?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, as you mentioned, there's not a lot of guys around because it's the off season, but the ones that I've met have been fantastic, and a couple have come by my office just to say hello and introduce themselves, which is nice because obviously they don't have to do that. But everywhere I've been fortunate that the guys have really accepted me and not looked at me any differently. Because as I mentioned, everyone just wants to be coached, and when I find a way to help them get better, they don't care if you're a man or woman.
Now sit back and realize there will never be another first. You're it. You're the first full-time African-American female assistant coach in the NFL. What does that mean to you?
I think it's one of those things that may not really hit me until later down the road. I mean, right now I think it's cool that I'm kind of a trailblazer, but I didn't set out to do that. I just set out to be able to coach football at a high level, and this has kind of come along with that, and I think it's something that I will definitely appreciate more down the road. But I do think it's important now for me to come in and grind and do a good job, just so as we talked about, I don't want to be the last. I want to do well so people understand that women are capable of doing this job.